The Fire Queen's curse, a knight's forbidden love. They said her touch could turn stone into ash, her kiss could consume a man's soul, and her beauty was more dangerous than 1,000 swords. And yet, when the knight first looked into her burning golden eyes, he did not see death, he saw destiny. The kingdom of Alteran had known wars, but none like this. Entire battalions were reduced to smoldering bones, fortresses to piles of blackened rubble. The soldiers whispered in terror, the Fire Queen had returned. Adrian, a knight of no renown, found himself standing guard on the last wall of the capital. The night was heavy with smoke. The horizon glowed red. The enemy was not just another army, it was her. She came with hair like molten flame, each strand flickering with unearthly light. Her form was graceful, draped in crimson and gold, her presence intoxicating yet terrifying. Where she walked, fire curled up to greet her. She raised her hand, and the gate towers burst into blazing ruin. The defenders broke instantly. Men ran, abandoning weapons, praying for mercy that would never come. But Adrian did not move. And so when she stepped through the smoke, her gaze fell on him alone. "You do not run," she said, her voice a melody of fire and ash. "Why?" Adrian raised his broken sword. "Because if I run, your fire will still follow. Better to stand and burn with honor." For the first time in centuries, the Fire Queen smiled. When dawn broke over the charred city, Adrian should have been among the dead. Instead, he awoke alive, his armor blackened but his body untouched. Before him stood the Queen herself, radiant as a living inferno. "You interest me, knight," she said softly. "Others see only my curse. But you dared to face me." Her name, whispered in fear across kingdoms, was Selhara. Neither fully mortal nor holy flame, she had been born of an ancient pact, half human, half elemental. Kingdoms had tried to use her as a weapon, but she had turned against them all, carving her reign through fire and fear. And yet, as Adrian came to know her, he realized she was no simple monster. Days turned into weeks as Adrian was kept alive within her war host. At first he thought himself a prisoner, but the truth was stranger, she wanted his company. Her generals noticed her gaze lingered too long on him. She would ask him questions, about his childhood, about songs sung in taverns, about what it meant to feel ordinary. And sometimes, when the nights were quiet and her flames dimmed, she confessed her sorrow. "I never wanted this curse," she said once, staring into the embers. "To live as fire is to burn everything you touch. I cannot hold, I cannot love, I cannot belong." Adrian met her eyes. "Perhaps you only need someone willing to stand in the fire." Her lips parted, but no words came. For the first time, the Fire Queen looked uncertain. But their bond was dangerous. Across the lands, rulers and sorcerers gathered to destroy her. They forged ice-forged blades and conjured spells to smother fire. The greatest alliance in centuries was built for one purpose, to end Selhara forever. The final battle came at dawn on a frozen plain. The alliance struck hard, walls of frost rose, storms of ice smothered her flames. Selhara faltered, her golden hair dimming, her power weakened. For the first time, she fell to her knees. Her generals scattered. Her armies broke. And she, the Queen of Flames, whispered bitterly, "Let them end me. I am weary of being the world's curse." Adrian did not accept that. "No," he growled, lifting her with his arms. "You are not a curse, you are life itself. They fear you because they do not understand you." The alliance forces closed in, frost blades gleaming. Adrian stood before them, his ruined armor barely clinging to him. "You call her a monster," he shouted, voice raw with fury. "But who made her so? You chained her, used her, betrayed her, until she burned the chains away. You see only the fire that destroys. But I see the fire that warms, that lights the dark. She is not your doom. She is your hope." The battlefield froze, not from ice, but from silence. Selhara's eyes filled not with wrath, but with something infinitely rarer, tears. She rose, her flames rekindled, not wild and consuming, but calm and radiant. The frost melted, not in destruction, but in balance. For the first time, her fire illuminated rather than consumed. The alliance wavered. Their frost magic shattered. Many fled, realizing they had not faced a demon, but a woman breaking free of her chains. When the battle ended, Selhura did not seize a throne. She vanished into the wild mountains, leaving her armies and her war behind. By her side walked Adrian, the knight who had chosen fire over fear, love over safety. And though kingdoms remembered her as both terror and beauty, whispered tales told another truth, that the Fire Queen had found balance, that the curse of her flame had been broken, not by war but by love. And the knight who once faced her at the gates became the only man who ever held fire and lived to tell the tale.